I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment of this. We're a proud people. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition. But that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologers to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Ednell. Good evening to you, madam. My name is Simaro, and I represent the interests of the Adventurers Guild here in the Observatorium. If I might be so bold, have you an interest in undertaking guild leave or two? I believe you would find the experience most rewarding. But it pains me to say I should first administer trial leave. Must beg your forgiveness for my permission proposal. This leave should serve well as a test. If you're willing to accept it, please do so now. Your most humble thanks, madam. The dragons and their minions have terrorized my homeland for generations. We appreciate all who would aid our cause. To attract the two beasts which threaten their dear Bessie, you must first slay Snapjaws and use their meat as bait. The method is far from foolproof, though, and I fear it may attract other ravenous creatures. Help me, for the truth of Halone! Help me! My caravan, all are slain. Something huge and savage lunged out of the storm. The screams. You gotta go and kill this wyvern thing. Kill it as it did my traveling companions. As long as that monster's out there, every one of my arses will be hanging out in the wind. Look sharp ahead, adventurer. As adept as you are with your steel. Whatever it was, it seemed to be everywhere at once. Red, murder wreath, and white, storm. I need to talk to you, adventurer. I was down in the snow house, keeping out of the wind when I heard whispers. I swear on the lives of my chocobos. I couldn't see anyone in there, but I'm sure I heard something. Go and see who it was. Who it was. Else I don't know how I'll sleep tonight. I can't see how I ought to care, but I saw some fella out throwing snowballs at a snowman. Why did anyone engage in such japery in the cold, I can't really say. But not gathering and lost more than he found is my guess. You better make sure that don't happen to you, lass. Not that I know precisely what happened, mind you. What's that? Me? Ask? Got my chocobos to see too. If Duvacrow wants to abandon his hood soup in the snow, I can't see what business of mine it'd be. If that's his name, Duvacrow. I don't know, he sells things, goes places. Don't seem like no kind of life for me, begging pardon. You want to see him? I reckon he's out somewhere about. Walking softly, adventurer. Those around here think I'm a winter drunk, but I'll wager. Ha! Everything is so tossed before the lazy blows. Sit your arse in front of a poor fire too long, and soon you got the swiping white knuckles. You'll see better than for a toss of snowballs without needing Lady Mead or Mistress Ale to sing the lullaby. What say you then? Want to give it a try? It's as simple as you'd imagine. Just go reach on down and grab some powder right in the throat. You learn the motion? How about we go have a throw ourselves some fun with it, eh? Reach on down in the powder and throw a goodly sized lump at me as hard as you can. Though, make sure you take aim first, eh? Much as I get a laugh out of you, I doubt driven out here would fancy a face full of snow. Oh, we've got an arm to write songs about. I thought that felt good, eh? Cold hands, warm heart. That's the secret to long living. Really, there ain't much to it. Just throw away another snow underfoot. Of course, if you try to do the same on other kinds of ground, you'll end up with a fistful of nothing. And what's the gain in that? Anyway, let's like you do snowballs at snowmen. That way you can hurl them as far as you fancy. Snowmen don't mind. They're made of the same stuff, eh? Go on, give it a go. Go. Try throwing it at the snowmen right outside. Hello, higher snowman, man of snow. Dripping we is, hold on our life slipping. Sad are so many dreams we had. Rally my spirits, won't you, ere the finale. Profane do you do our pain with a rally so mundane, as the shelter with a booth my icebound heart do soothe. Willing I are to take the top billing, a battery of gallantry from the artillery of flattery. Cheer us until the dry are the tears. Like me do you really twice dog's lightning strike? Kiss me, friend, for if us you'll miss. Throw it, though, not so nice to smooch on snow. Farewell, adventurer, so many troubles you quell. Peace we is at, drunk we have life to last. Bye-bye, world, and the lives that must someday die. Must someday die. Ellison is throwing? Should I eat? Maybe I eat. No, I eat no dummy. Dummy like throw like zero. Only become yummy if throw like hero. Aim is yummy. Still much to fear though, hero not here. Throw to me again. Finally, throw of hero, all yummy, no dummy. There's snow on my boots, I'm happy now. Snow toss, hero made, I'm tired, need to sleep. Don't worry what they say, they call you crazy. Revolutionaries always get called crazy. Okay. Oh, that's right. There's no either, right? Did you find who I was talking? I can see from your aspect you did. Snowman, see? And speaking in rude posy? I see now, someone's having a bit of fun about both of us, like these young youngins. Ha! Rest easy now, I can tell you that. Killed by this wee thing? I took the span of his sleep for the span of a great giant's limbs. Corrupt little rotter, recalling far more than he could hope to eat. Where's the game at? I'm obliged to you. I'll get to know them who travel their trade routes with you. Good men they were, every last one. Maybe not the tall fellow from Gridania, we could have spared him easy. And I'm glad to have settled the hash of the murdering pocket fiend. There you are. You were right a while. Nothing like a little hoarfrost on the nose here, hey? Snowman talked today? Don't see how. I rolled the thing myself, and it wasn't engaged. It wasn't like I was engaged with swiping white mage. Now you go lie down a spell and don't go say nothing to them inside. They'll figure you a winter drunk for sure. They might even put you in for a leeching. Come by for another snow toss when you're feeling less fanciful. This damn winter can't last forever, but if it does, maybe I'll start snow toss sorting. See if I can make a guild or two. Leafwatch spoke of your skill and valor in the field. Please accept the reward for your services. It's been an honor and privilege, madam. I pray we can count on your services in the future. The lady come in search of the airship. This is the Orthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovic be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravinian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and the sympathizers looking about. If you persist in your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Formal up above. No, absolutely not. I've united inkling what is the ask. We'll not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Photo. I wish to speak to you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship blasting occurred this 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. Snows can come quickly in Earthis. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you were in House Durandaire that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. You there, madam. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. Maybe I can assist you, but it will require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the Observatorium. He is adamant he can conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of XIV in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could quickly finish my work while this is over, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. I was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I forced to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of their knights. A man of House Durandaire cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. fool returned not that long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the danger that our knights face every day. Ah, but you're eager to let go your airship. It may surprise you that saving him, you may have already endangered your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of drifting aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are unbound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatory records. That is just as well, for there are other ways to might locate your missing airship. What I propose is you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries a tremendous weight into Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you will have no trouble obtaining the information from the other high houses. You caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slayed 2 heretics and saved a knight, now you hear that you rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? Cannot deny you have given us no cause to distrust you. But while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me introduce me to 3 high houses. It's only fitting that you would aid us one more time. Wouldn't you agree? Now, I understand you were very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take one of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyflower Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of the shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Hellinard, further improving the chances they indulge your request for aid. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? God bless you, friend. It's all there. Every last... wait, that chest over there looked like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hell, this is a personal property of Lord Faucel, too. Are you certain? No, clearly an attempt has been made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against the shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury taking him! Draconian Rosary in the possession of Lord Faucel! Yet perhaps it's not so difficult to fathom. Lord Hallinard is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this attention to my matter attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. In these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Hallinard. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty for every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Come closer, Elias. Listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He was a goodly, righteous man who was wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halloran for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an act of grace. He will want it new for friend. Now go. Goldsman asks for help from an adventurer. Yeah, I cannot leave the fort. Not now. Damn it! You're eager to do a service. Is that not right, adventurer? There is an urgent need for firewood, and you would gain much by assisting us. The area around Skyfire Locks never lacks of firewood. Collect 8 bundles and deliver them to Stefano on the hill east. Where's that last one? Ah, there it is. Folk of Ishgard know how to seize itself during the Skyfall Locks and whenever attacking force. Each stronghold must be victualed with these extra amounts in mind. Will you help secure meat and sheepskin from the caracals that roam the snowy plains? These stockpiles will mean the difference between life and death for the helpless folk under our protection. When the sheep are thin and skinned and dressed, make your deliveries to the strongholds and watchtowers. Every morsel and every shield against the cold counts, no matter how small. Took your time, you sniveling hit wave. Firewood? Who told you to bring firewood, whelp? We're up into the fresh supplies and kept Dragonhead. And stand up straight when I address you. Fie, I mistook you for another. I sent out a recruit some time ago to take delivery of relief supplies. You came all this way to bring more fuel? I bid you thanks. 'Tis no comfort we seek, you understand, but life. Cold is too relentless to go long without fire. I give you thanks for your service, but Kurthus is no place for those who lack discipline and faith. You will perish and do so mayhap in danger of the crusade. You should be back, even if you had to wait out the worst of the storm. Could you have wandered onto the road north? That way roam feral crocs. Adventure. Send a runner to Cap Dragonhead, but he has many hours overdue. I've fear he lost his way, green recruit that he is, and would prevail upon you to fetch him back. Yes? You look as though you have something to say, do you? Is that an edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? I see Sir Carlo has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. Pity it has not been seen in Kirtha since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become the fall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary is not found in my possession, it would be still considered by many proof of my heresy. Must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt. It's only I'd wait to the incessant accusations to our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here, that it is only proper I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship. I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I should direct you to one better positioned to assist you. Lord Horsefall, of House Forton, commands garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction. He will surely be receptive to your needs. Point, weapon, and then elevated. What do you expect us to do with such paltry? Forgive me, I speak bad of turn. You have done your duty, and it's great service to it is to us for we are short on men. It's the enemy that weighs on me now. Snow rather than fire. Thank you kindly, Rathima. We are without the men we need to lay an extra supply, so thin we are stretched by the terrors of this winter. Adventurers such as yourself were sent by Helena herself, whether the commanders saw the truth of it. Thank you for these. 'Tis miserable work dressing so many beasts in a cold such as this. Would that this mean for a feast to celebrate a victory. Ere the unbelievers grow bold, hampered as we are by the snow. Pray that we are not defeated by cold and hunger ere we can meet the dragons in battle. Sylvan Tell to entrust important tasks as this to an adventurer. At least can be trusted to complete the work you're given. Still, thank you for your delivery. You may go. My gratitude, adventurer. The rocks upon which our squadron is built are less stalwart than we could have ever thought 5 years ago. There has never been such a time as this. The shadows gather with alacrity, and we must make whatever preparations we can. Adventurer, where is the tomfool? If he's lost to something to frostbite, he has none to blame but himself. This is the boy's ring. What is the meaning of this? A feral croc. Are you certain? He could simply have dropped it. I'll not stand for surmise when the boy's on. What? Yes, he had ginger hair. Oh, for the Ruth of Halone. He was a good lad. Fair to take his place in the war against the dragons. Die so ignominiously instead. I cannot tell his sire yet to lie to a fellow knight about his own son. 'Tis more than I could tease out right now. Mislike adventurers, as well you know. But that wretched death on the north road binds us together. It is the will of the Fury. After much reflection, I have decided to send you to Cap Dragonhead with the ring. For Theobalen, the boy's father. Ill becomes a night to prevaricate, but I have added the boy's name to the patrol that was lost to dragons. You must tell Theobalen that the son has died gloriously in battle. Let his name not stand in shame. He deserved better. Jeez. I'm glad we left the observatorium. People were not friendly. Though even here I can feel our eyes upon us. We are not safe. I don't remember seeing you at the observatorium. We came to find an airship, now we meddle in his guardian affairs of state. God's Valley were here, I would never hear the end of it. I have good authority that the jackets have been once again spotted around the steel vigil. Yeah, it would not serve to send knights to the area, considering the entirely disgraceful hurly-burly of Lord Fossa. We investigate the steel vigil in our stead. You seek the Obelin? I'm here. I am he. Ring. Talk sense, adventure. This is my wife's naming ring, which I took off her cold finger so many years ago. I gave it to our son after his swearing of this sword. You need not look so beetle-browed, adventure. I know what this means. My son is dead. My line of it is ended. Yes, I know what this means. There was a patrol out of Skyfire Locks last night that was killed to the last man. Was he one of them? Then he died well, for I heard they brought down 2 dragons before the fire came for them. In every generation of my family, at least one son has died in the crusade. I scarce remember my father, who fell manning the ballista at the locks, and the last of 3 brothers. I had 4 sons and a daughter. 2 of the boys did not leave to see the first name day. My wife died in childbirth with the 3rd. Sickness took my daughter along with her babes. Yet our honor is intact, for my son gave his life to the cause. Would that he had known how more days, far more bottles ere he fell. That was my only regret. Thank you for the message. You lack no courage to make your way to Kurthis in these troubled times. Hey you! No time for niceties. I'm waiting on Ceruleum. That old uncut purse who calls himself a trader is late with his shipment. Ceruleum burns like an alewife in the winter, and there's no going without it to make the fire stand for the ballistas. Curse us, sin god. What does he think of her fighting here, ladybugs? You look like you'd enjoy a spot of heat. Find out where the Ceruleum order is, go to Sin God and, lean on him a little. Question him like. I'll tell you, those Uldons, keen on getting paid, not keen on doing the work. Can't trust him, especially that lot on Sapphire Avenue Exchange. I actually have to go to the Uldon for that? Wow. Should trigger the Aetheryte. There we go. No evil gorge called Witch Drop, sharp as claws and hard as steel. It is where those suspected for heresy are judged by the Inquisition. The guilty would fly to escape death, using the power granted them by the Dravinians, and the temple archers would put an arrow through their black hearts. The innocent would break upon the gorge floor, their purity proven. It is the souls that would ascend to hell. Their souls would ascend to Halloween's halls, and there await their loved ones. The one I loved was judged at Witch Drop. He went to his death with a rosary upon him. I carved the crystals myself. I had only 4 before he was taken. I think maybe the beads lie forgotten in the floor of the gorge. They say you have keen eyes, closed lips, and a kind heart. Would you find the rosary for my heart's succor? I do not expect all 4 beads, but please, good adventure, as many as you can. I had a son once, fine boy. Maybe if he had lived, he would find fire and find a girl like you, and I'd be dangling a grandchild on my knees. But he wandered into the ogre's belly in the blizzard, and one of the beasts in there killed him. I'm neither a knight nor a maid, but I tell you my heart cries for vengeance. Nay, justice. Even after all these years, I won't go to my grave knowing that creature will blight another life as it did mine. Take all that I have left. Let's slay the Gorgotor. Here's a bottle of the Karako blood. Pour it out and the sun will draw out the creature. It doesn't care what kind of blood it is, you see. Once it sends spray, you'll be ready, won't you? These are quests. Yeah, these are quests I'll be doing after the duty. Meanwhile, that's cool. Time heals all wounds, but so they say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of Dark Light Raiders into the Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by I don't see the faces of the friends that lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his little second, Aubrey Stillwater. Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest. However, ireful mage Tiran Zabran, as quick to cast as he was to tempt. Thormorone Thousand Gil never has lived the man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or on his coin, and let us not forget one Ailsil. Those hard to fathom now, with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring. There was once a time where bands of mercenaries were once the city-states turned to when the needs of Blade. The Darklight Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands, each guarding abundant forays and hellish pits like the Aramville would earn us king's ransom in the matter of days. Though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider. That is, until we took that job at the Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I stood against the herds of giant buffaloes at Ogomoro, snowball infestations at the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagin from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep, and none of us prepared us for the horrors that we face at Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. Bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors sent into the bowels of that forsaken place. Oh, saw one return, simple the stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn the others who would be foolish enough to attempt to spoil the Chimera's lair. My apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man. But if you had a moment, I was wondering if you could ask what of your flavor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace for his past before the departing upon his journey for the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to the lair to pay proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Seabold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead and place his bouquet of fires upon the fine resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Welcome, welcome. What am I discerning? Oh, not here to buy. And I suggest you make suggest browse quietly. I'm quite busy. From Edwin and Curthis. Oh dear. My friend, may I call you that? Oh well then, Rathima, there's a problem with this early moon. You think Edwin is vexed. You have no idea how difficult this is for me. Angry about this early and order being late, is he? Friend, pardon me, Rathima. I understand the situation, I really do. And I would ship this stuff to him if I had any. The fact is, it's been a struggle for many moons to procure the possessed ceruleum from Amasia and Sons, and now they're entirely ceased doing business with most vendors. It's a hard life being a middleman, my dear lady. We pay for the sins of producers like Amagina, and what do we get for the in turn? Not so much as how do you do. Edwin's quarrel is with them, not me. Do you not know? Concern has exclusive right to mend ceruleum in the Northern Dowling. They do whatever they want. You can always I'll try to ask them directly. Go to Papawazu at Camp Blue Fog, though I warn you, he's a smug little toad. Nope. Wrong one. That's one. This is Godric's Scry, labyrinth of sandwood and caverns. And you hear that? That sound like the woofing snort of when a fire catches? That's the Chimera. I thought I've seen it. Sure, go right on in if you're certain that your ability to make it on one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you. No matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised sold Sibyl the Stoic, did you? He's what called man of principle he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you have a wife at home with child? The tale goes with that rather than facing this face spin fun from by Nemia, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart, one by one, also he might return home to see his son. Should he have died to a hero with them lived or coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself with a similar situation, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now I know the true reason I will never step into the gate. Honestly, I'm gonna do this. And who are you? Adventure. No, I don't remember ordering any. And I would remember something like that, seeing as I'm the employee of the moon for the 9th time. Thank you. Shush now. I'm listening to the scruffy lady. An inquiry about the process ceruleum shipment from Singod and Uga. Interesting. So, we may have a shared problem here, as unlikely as it sounds. We would love, but love to ship cerulean, but there's far too little of it coming from out from the plant. I suspect thievery. A little skimming up the top. Furthermore, I suspect the porters. I was just going to keep an eye. Wouldn't want trouble with the labor confraternities, you know. But you are welcome to doubt and question me. And I use one spot, won't find myself another. Brilliant. What? Now he is a smug little toad. Bless me, Nalthal. Let there be no creature features today. Your name be praised. I don't get paid enough for this. Stealing cerulean. 1, I'd have punched you in the face for impugning my reputation. 2, you think I'd still be here with my arse out in the wind if I made it off with that kind of loot? We're doing honest work out here with the all manner of nasties just yelms away. You done my work, just go check the cerulean in those barrels. Ain't nothing missing from what's in the books. Oh boy. Goblins. Drinking cerulean? Now I have seen everything. Well, I guess I don't need to get me a champion from the confraternity. That's relief. But we'll have to make an extra trip to the plant to make up for where those cursed toppers put down the hatch. Interesting. Goblins. No, I definitely didn't order any. We do sometimes, for business reasons. Everyone does it. Shush, you can stop talking now. So, we'll have to hire guards for the whole area, and for an idea, raise the price and call it a special security surcharge. Anyway, this cerulean must flow. No more delays in shipping. Another brilliant coup by the Papawasu. Oh, is that a feather from my cap? Why, thank you very much. So, you can tell Sin God that his shipment will be there in just a few days. Unfortunately, there'll be a wee increase in price. Security surcharge, you know. Everybody does it. All the postings of Danlin I had to get stuck with. Ah, you there! You look like a woman of action. Might I interest you in a guild leave? As representative of the Adventurers Guild here in Camp Blue Fog, I am Blue Fog. I am charged with distributing the work to able-bodied individuals not unlike yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why waste time performing menial tasks for strangers? Well, my good madam, allow me to reassure you that you shall be richly recompensated for all services rendered. So you have my attention. Excellent. Now there is but a small matter of child guild leave. It would be hardly prudent of me to send you out into the wild without first verifying that you complete my tasks. This job should serve as an adequate test, was a friend. I need you to agree. Let us review the details of your request, which you doubtlessly considered carefully before accepting, yes? Your client desires materials for the development of a new type of explosive. To that end, you must slay a variety of beasts in the wilds north of Camp Blue Fog. Somewhat task, perhaps, but nevertheless dangerous. Do take care, and remember that if you die, you cannot claim your reward. Good luck. Okay. Ah, excellent. Welcome back, my good madam. Here's your payment as promised. Not that I ever truly harbored doubts of your abilities, but rules and regulations cannot be ignored. I'm pleased to state that, given your stellar performance, I am now permitted to offer you a wide variety of guild leaves. Peruse them at your leisure and let me know if there are any to your liking. I'll be here when you're ready. I'll always be here. Welcome, welcome. What am I discerning? Oh, it's you, Rathima. Talk to Papa Watsu? Really? He said a matter of days. So, my dear lady, you're telling me they're shipping what's owed me but charging me for it. I wish I met Gina and all his sons the joy of my guild. I hope it gives them gout. Do appreciate you sorting this out. And with that puttock, Papa Watsu no less. A discerning middleman such as myself would certainly remember you for future commissions. Thanks to you, I'll be able to make my serial stripping to cure this. That's a load off my mind. Middleman has not but his name, you know. Headed back to Camp Dragonhead, I assume. Tell her when to start laying out his vats. That's how soon he'll have his cerulean. You won't have to take my word for it, though, since Papa Watts has made a liar of me by tiring while Koblins drank my shipment. Take this to Edwin as a token of my apologies, and don't you sample it. Becker, you took your time too. Hope this means something good for my cerulean. Well, this is good news. And what's this? A gift from the tight-fisted sin god? A handsome one it is. I'll have to forgive the wretch. The fury smite me if I lie. Quite a tangled skein you've unwound there. Well, loose too. Thank you for your trouble, and just you see, these both will save your hide someday. The unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you're come to pay respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome any more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges would receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter which you required insistence. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Kurthis before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Kar-to-No, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you any of my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fort Dawn. Word adventurer. House Vortal has just called a reward on the snow wolves that harass our supply trains. These creatures are most dangerous when young and starved, and this litter is for us both. I lost 2 good men to these wolves. Had they been knights, the hunting horns would have sounded ere their blood had rusted. I would see you avenge them, and the reward is a fair one. Bring back the hides, and we shall both gain what we seek. Adventurer, I hear you like a good hunt. The common folk tell me they have lost a good many of their animals to an ogre. The petitions have come to naught, and so they come to me, and I in turn come to you. We must needs to have a decoy for this hunt, but I would not ask the folk to risk more of their livelihood. Let us use my own beloved Sebastian to lure this ogre out into the open. Oh, here's my darling Caracal, a wise knight who keeps her own source of wool. Yes, Sebastian has clothed me since I came to this camp, and will someday feed me too, no doubt. But today you will return him to me safe and sound. parapet? Let's pick this up. Yes, it is up on the parapet. Truth is, I used to be galled when I would pull fire duty. But have come to thank me, lucky stars. Curthis, dull warm beats dull and cold any time. No complaints about the work, to be certain. We're short-handed here, though. So dim have our lights grown, 'tis no wonder patrol mistook the wisps of a stronghold. North wind blows hard tonight. We patrol the bridges and light those that are dark. Oh, listen to that shriek. Sometimes I swear the very climes have declared war against us. Here, take this little bit of life coal to light the braziers with. Well met, sister in drudgery. I'm a sellsword myself, but I doubt this lot here rates any higher than adventurers. But I can't complain. I have 3 squares and a clean straw enough to sleep in, even if I moil all day for it. Any road. Thought I'd share some of the work with you today. Wagon bound for Housefort broken its wheel shaft on the way, and sent word they'd be half a day late. Ain't showed up yet. Down the east road. Those legs of yours won't find it too far. I've got my own donkey work to see to, but we'll have a mug of it something when you return. Most likely upstairs. That daughter of mine. When she has a mind to do a thing, there's no stopping her. She's gone to the weeping state alone. I told her time and again it's not safe with all these other unbelievers about. You're one of those fearless, fire-breathing adventurers, aren't you? I might tell you to stay away from my fine, high-spirited lass, but right now, I bid you go in hot pursuit to the weeping saint. Bring her back safe and sound. He is making his own way back with all those wolves on the way? Okay, sure. Too many enemies. Okay. That was... Oh, yeah. Sure. I like it though. You made good time. What news? Excellent. Got 'em all, huh? Poor sods. Tell you, the high and mighty around these parts don't even see it in black and white. They see in dragon and not dragon. You know what I speak. All the manner of nasties that don't breathe fire just kill just as many men, but that's neither here nor there for them. Ain't nothing to me either, I suppose. This place, not enough men, not enough arms, and cold enough to make a man pass ice. I tell you, coming west to offer my services perhaps less wise than I thought. It's a chill that even a bowl of moon-tally soup won't cure. I had to be Gudani again. Is that? Yes. hail from Gridania, sister of the sea, from the sea. Finding Ixal is what we do there, but I sure didn't expect to see them in these mountains. I know those shite birds, and they're up to something. It's nothing I can go to my employer with, it's just a feeling. Whenever I got this feeling in the 12s when nothing got done, something bad bit us on the arse. I had not a moment to spare, and the feeling grows stronger. It'll becomes a swell sword to part with its own guild in this matter, but we went to the XIV lair into the east and see if there's any clues to be found. Actually, yes I will. Isn't that the Heaven's Ward patch dungeon entrance? Well, new sister, what is it you carry? This is Black U from the North Shroud, unknown in Kurthus. They still make it of it living blinds and walls. The U being slow to grow. Why would they bother to cut it down and come back west? Unless Ixal mean to stay here. This is the beginning of a settlement. While their guardians busying themselves with dragons, the birdmen are stealing the dispatch of Kurthus from right under their noses. I tell you, unless I wholly see acts now, the Ixal will rapidly gain a foothold in the area. That means more war. And though it means more work for the likes of me, I have enough as is. Ixal moving into Kurthus in a lasting way. It's no small task to bring these logs from the 12th Wood this far west. They must be using their cursed balloons, those shite birds. Even their supplies have wings, and what comes out of the balloons goes into the ground of Kurthus. We need him now before their settlement gets bigger. His guardians won't give us Swive until it's too late. I need my own people. Take this letter to a reprobate named Isaldorel. We fought together in the Quiver once. His lovey's garrets is that fog float. I fight not for Hirschgard in this matter, but if they want to consider it a debt, fine by me. It goes me that the Ixal are waltzing to Kurthus right under my nose. All done? Come close to the fire. You're looking at Mike Blue. Glad to hear my heart to let you know that all the berserkers are light tonight, giving freely of their light warmth. Yes, dull warm is something important. I've said, no complaints about the warmth, not a one. With a smug look on your face, I should say there are 4 fewer wolves in Kurthus today. Show me the pelts and complete your triumph. These are they. See the markings here. These hell pups gone, all our people shall breathe easier. How narrow is it that we scorn death in the maws of the ravening beast? These men died in battle surely as any in the Dragon Empire. When knights are thin upon the ground, it is the lowly of the house who suffer, the grooms and washers, porters and yeomen. Our house patches with adventures whenever it is there, but some of the housers continue to bar the gates against the outlanders altogether. Treat them with such disdain that any service they accept must be surely aberrant. Honor is in how we justly treat others who serve in the cause alongside us, in death, life and in death. Out of honor flows all that makes a man of a boy, and a woman of a girl. Surely when we meet Helena in the afterlife, 'tis honor she judges, not pride. A word if I may. Have you not the inclination to undertake another commission? I would not ask if you did not look rested and refreshed. You may have heard whispers of it, but our patrol lost its way in the blizzard and wandered to Ogre's Belly. Needless to say, not all of them returned alive, and the sawbones have been carving all manner of bits off of those that did. We mistook the willow wicks for the light of the camp, and were lured into the cave. We have enough perils all around us without those growing devils amusing themselves thus. We could not have men gainsaying their own eyes, afraid to trusting lights they see in the distance. Will you take yourself to Ogre's Belly and dispatch those wikes? Ah, there you are. Let us toast it to our job well done. I finished brushing Sebastian. He will get some squashing with his hay today. Corinto spoke highly of you, and he is right, I think. There is much to be said of a woman who is sworn not to a master but to her work. With adventurers, one only speak of the end, and they devise their own means. Yeah, that's down below. I've got another quest down there. Perfect. Let's go do this. Damn it, blast, that hurts. Hate being one worse than being dead. They call me the rat that batters, not the battered sheep. Rathima, eh? Well, state your business. Letter from me, from Belmont. Well, well. I tell you how the best tactics officer the White Rams ever had can suffer to be mauling a sellsword. That one I'll never understand. The roads haven't rusted that bucket of his. If he says the shitebirds are moving to Kurthis, that's good enough. We White Rams owe the Ixal pain. Tell him whatever we can do, just name it. Damn it, blastards! Damn me for being so careless about the Ixal. Blast him for slicing me up like the side of fish. Here now, before you go all the way back to Kurthis, why not stretch your legs a little? Get those Ixal wind talons for me. They had the look of a newcomer to this area. That means they won't stray far from where I saw them. The Gilmore ruins. Look for fresh kill. Something big. Did me a good turn, did you? Much appreciated, Rathima. Be paying their friends a visit when I'm back on their feet. Still, Molkot's gonna tear me a new one for letting the Wildtails get a jump on me. Oh, this way at least I can tell her the birds didn't live too long afterwards. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortal included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean there are no influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending messages to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries on your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Fortal, who residents here at Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Cravelet of the House Hallenart, who can be fired at Skyfire locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he would be more company once informing your friend of House Fortal. Do not concern yourself with House Zamel. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship you seek? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Not going to want to know what House Fortal does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Forcell. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hallenart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. In case you were unaware, House Fortal is quite willing, even eager, to employ the adventurers and sellswords. The commander in particular is known to possess a soft spot for your type. Not everyone has one mind on the matter, of course, but I've made it known to the others that I support this endeavor. Women like yourself can be quite helpful, or for nothing else, quite fascinating. Okay, straight on down. Alone grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horshavel. I want to help you, I truly do. These accusations of heresy have thrown the House of Hallenart into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. I gather you've been busy since we last spoke. Lord Horshafon's missive was positively glowing. But if you think this endorsement has caused me to disregard Ishgard policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time that since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Kurthis, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. Lord Horshafon wishes to waste his day chasing after a lost airship, and that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Kurthis is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources at Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. Concerns Lord Francel, whom much has been whispered of in recent days. I have received a report that he and three knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. That the outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravidian horde. So I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. What of his motives I fear for his safety. Pay your journey to the Steel Vigil and see that if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Please, warm yourself from thy heart. Take a rest from your journeys. Life is not a race, my friend. Rush blindly towards without concern for your health, and you will one day pay the price. Okay, so now these quests. I got this. Let me kill him here. Right on over. Down the babies. Think. Seriously? Okay, go. Well, if you want to take it, that's fine. My father sent you to fetch me back? My, he must be overstrung. He usually mislikes my adventures. He knows very well that I must have the blessed water, and one can hardly get it elsewhere. Father means well, but I cannot have him ordering me home and insisting on armed chaperones. This war is older than he or his own father. What does he mean to do? Hide me away in a tea caddy and hope that war ends before I am old and gray. Still, I'm not insensitive to the dangers. We'll keep watch while I fetch the water. Who knows, maybe you may discover an unbeliever in the woodworks. I must stay partaking in some blessed water. Keep watch in case an unbeliever is hiding in the teacup. What drug have I with you, or you with me, huh? All may partake of the saint's tears, or do you not believe I am worthy? I am. I know what you're thinking, adventure woman, I do. You're transparent as the water there. The water she's taking. Think I'm one of those unbelievers. Find your accusations foul and remove myself from your foul presence. What's wrong? And what is it you have in your hand? 'Tis no soldier's weapon. None but knights have leave to bring a weapon into a holy place. Perhaps it really was a heretic here, or I have somehow summoned one guy in my careless jest. I shall return to Camp Dragonhead forthwith. I am not easy in my mind. Kind adventure, you do best not to linger. What do we got here? Go to redemption. Burn before reading. Let's see what's doing. Where is Lord Francel? Please, you must find him. Still lives. I disagree. So fast, so strong. We were no match. It's not safe here. We must flee. Who goes there? Rathima? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. I know, Lady, be praised. You did it. But where are the others? The 3 knights who accompanied me, where are they? Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Howland if we cannot even say a single Avis? We unfortunately you came and did when you did. House Howland will remember your kindness. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Falsall is safe. Bless you, miss. Bless you. Curse those fiends. Says that they'll know we were coming. Eight of 10. White Brim. There's one of that somewhere around here. It's a foolish thing to do, I know. But I hoped we would demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of Scalekin. Moreover, of House Howland are yielded the steel village of the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house once great name. We have been brought low, even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. But despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day my trial approaches. Soon I must accept judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever that may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Might be in here. We have dark news. Is it large upon your aspect? Come speak. This tome. It is notorious. Forbidden by the Holy See, of course. And a frequent trophy the Inquisitors raise on unbelievers. If you found this in the Steel Vigil, it can only mean that unbelievers infest the ruins. And they must have been tasked by the Dravinians to keep watching thwart any attempts to rebuild the Vigil. Traitors to their blood! I would have... that they had but one black card. My sword would pierce that its rotten core and forever is rid of their kind. I thank you for her safe return, but she is much subdued and will not tell me what passed in the Weeping Saint. I shall want answers, and quickly. A strangely furtive man, you say, gazing fixed upon my girl, and armed in a holy place, may well be an unbeliever, for who would risk doing such things? A girl of noble blood who eschews the seclusion that is her due makes her an excellent prey. Of course, I know this. Many think me a scandal for allowing a daughter to run wild. And of course I worry every day and every moment. Yet, I would not take the world from her. She is what she is, a rambling rose, and she cannot help what she was born to. Keep her safe. From a distance, ma'am, but safe. That's good, Father. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. The witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there's a complication. It's become common knowledge that you have paid visit to Lord Falsell at Skyfall Locks not long ago. Upon learning this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might be later declared a heretic. Not unreasonable fear, given the zeal which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Falsell's name, by association yours. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Falsell's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I would speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in the locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Falsell. The rosary is not his, and someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Kurthus, so he may have some inkling who could be responsible. Someone tampered with the shipments? Fear has struck me down. If all the rosaries upon our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't give me that look, lass. I'm a House Hallinard man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipments did it though. I know most of them would work the trade routes and never had cause to question their faith. But it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. For all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it could have been the fellows which were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Scotty Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them. So they have returned their cloaks. Okay, that means the porters are most likely suspects. Hate to think of it, but you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Jackson Head from Reborn front this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Let's just board over. No time to talk, we're on a tight schedule. Once we've made our deliveries here, we're to deliver parcels to Skyfire Locks. Beg your pardon. You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hallinard's shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. My conscience is clear. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the night of Weapon Plant concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels to the wagons myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never have allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will, Lord Harshaw. I will not be held accountable for this. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. More importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries. And every single parcel bound for Skyfire Locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must have acknowledged this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hallinard's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise how long anything he did. Lord Francois' trial is upon us. We must act now before we are declare his name. From the very first, I knew it could not have been so many members of House Hallinards with heretics. At last we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would ask that you have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigitte. Tell her that House Forton asks, nay, demands that Lord Francois' trial be postponed until an investigation has been conducted. What is it, my child? Lord Harshafal would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francois' trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francois is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Hallone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. They have taken Lord Francois to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Rathima, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such a time I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavor to not keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francois alive.